Hi, you guys. Welcome back to yet another episode of The Dose Show. And this week, I'm going to bring you such an amazing guest. This guy is truly inspirational. He is the CEO and president of the company EyePromise. This is Andreas Wolf. He is actually one of the most inspirational people because he made a product that helps eye health through supplements. So not drops, not liquid formation. This is actual supplements that you can take daily to help with your eye health. So guys, stay tuned and let's find out how he got started and all that we need to know about our eyes. I just wanted to give you the space to let the people know that don't know you a little bit about yourself, your background, and what you do now.
Yeah, perfect. So, Andreas Wolf, I'm the president at EyePromise. We're the #1 doctor recommended eye vitamin brand that's out there. So, most of our products are recommended and sold through your eye care, your eye care practitioners, optometrists, or ophthalmologists. And I've been with the company for about 3.5 years. I'm passionate about growth. And that's one of the main reasons why I joined the company. The company is founded on really solid science. We invest a lot in that space, having clinical trials, placebo-controlled trials to support the products and their efficacy. And so it's been great. Joined 3.5 years ago, and we've seen really solid growth. And it's an exciting space, and it's a space that's become only more relevant as time has passed.
Wow. So what made you want to head a company like EyePromise?
So the industries that I've worked in and have been able to progress in have all had to do in some way, shape, or form to help humanity. And that sounds larger than what I mean, but I really like working with products that help people. And so the way we look at it is as we increase sales, that means we sell more products, which means we actually help more people with their eyes.
Yes.
And that's a great way to wake up in the morning and be excited about what the day holds in store.
That's amazing. That is definitely like a niche market that because I know, where did you used to work before EyePromise?
So before EyePromise, I actually worked in the dental space. Wow. And ran a product that made dental consumables.
That's awesome. So yeah, that's pretty good. You're all helping people in any industry, whether it's dental and now, with your eyes. So we're going to enter hot topics, which is just a few questions. So don't be nervous. And I just want to, hear your perspective on it. So you guys are the official supplements for the MLB, for the Red Sox.
For the Red Sox. Correct.
Okay, that's major. Pun intended.
No pun intended.
Right,
yes.
Right. So, how has it actually helped some of the players with their vision and their performance?
Yeah, so I should quickly mention that what we do with professional athletes is actually a smaller part of our business.
Yeah.
Not all of us can be athletes at that level, but for athletes, how they really notice a difference is a glare recovery. So especially with baseball, so we are the official eye vitamin of the Boston Red Sox, but we also actually have players on every Major League Baseball team in the country who take our products. So it really helps with glare recovery. So when you're outside and all of a sudden, the sun is shining right down, or you have bright lights, you'll be able to recover faster. Color contrast is something where our products also help. And so combined, it helps them with their game. It helps them to see the release of the ball faster if the pitcher, how he throws it, and hopefully that would help them in terms of hitting the ball. So all of these things, they help in terms of what they can do.
Yeah. So have you seen on average how long it takes to see that improvement?
Yeah, so it doesn't happen overnight. Okay. It also depends on you have a macular pigment in the back of your eye. Think of it as your internal sunglasses, and it's made up of 2 key ingredients. And you can actually measure that. So when you're at your doctor's, they can measure, it's an MPOT score, a macular pigment optical density. And depending on where you are, so if you're, it's a scale from 0 to 1, if you're in the lower end, when you start with a supplementation, you will start noticing results faster than if you are already on the higher end. But typically, certainly on the macular side, this is something that will at least take a month. But typically, to build up your macular pigment, you're looking at several months.
Yeah.
The other thing to your earlier question in terms of what athletes notice, obviously we work very closely with the Red Sox, but we also do a lot with PGA golfers. So we actually have two key golfers, Padraig Harrington and Colin Montgomery, who are brand ambassadors for us.
Yeah.
And what they've actually noticed is that they not only has it helped their dry eye with the products that they take, but they've noticed that they're able to read the greens better, which is a big deal when you're playing golf, because you're reading you're looking at the grass, obviously, and if it's lighter, it shapes, slopes one way versus the other way. So being able to see that contrast better has helped them, with their confidence and their abilities to putt, which we're excited that we can help them.
That's really, really big. For someone like me, I have 20/20, but is it necessary for someone who, sees perfectly or good to need something like this?
Absolutely. And so the 20/20 really has to do in terms of how you focus. Right. And our products, I wish I could say that, you take our products and you'll be 20/15 before you know it. But it doesn't really improve with that. So it really focuses on the filtering in the back of your eye of blue light. And that kind of goes back to the history of the company, but it's very relevant today. Not just people who had age-related macular degeneration, but now with the time that we're spending behind screens. So for you and I that spend a fair amount of time behind screens, the products actually help you build up your natural filter in the back of your eye. That filter is actually made up of the two key ingredients we have in our products, zeaxanthin and lutein. And so by taking that supplementation, and our products are all natural, in terms of the ingredients that we have in there, the zeaxanthin and lutein, you can help your eyes, better protect yourself against blue light. So it definitely has an impact.
Oh, that's amazing. So just like piggybacking off of that, the paprika, is that a myth? I heard that paprika helps with eye health.
It does, and actually, we derive the zeaxanthin ingredient from paprika peppers.
Wow!
So it is not a myth at all. It's very true. You would just have to eat a whole lot of it to get to the same levels in terms of the concentrate that we're able to provide in the soft gels. And no, but you're absolutely correct. And it has other effects too. Not areas that we really focus on, but it's good for your brain, it's good for your skin, a lot of benefits.
Wow, those are two important ingredients. So, okay, is there a difference between taking, oral supplements versus otic drops? What do you see the best delivery system being?
Yeah, that's a really good question. And most people, when they think about how do you supplement your eyes or help your eyes, they think of drops, right? If they even are aware of the category. And the drops, they have their own space, right? So if you want quick, immediate relief, that may help if you have dry eye. But really, if you think about it, what we provide are dietary supplements. So it works from within. And so in our case, for instance, our dry eye products, you don't take a pill and all of a sudden you notice a difference. But in about 10 days to 2 weeks, you start noticing that your eyes just start to feel better. And from that point on, it just keeps on working, and you wouldn't need, ideally drops anymore. So it's really, do you want to just add it from the outside, or do you want to help yourself from within with really good nutrition?
Right. So it's like treating the symptoms versus the disease itself. That's really important.
Better put. Yep. That's right.
Well, you survived Hot Topics. You did a great job. I've learned so much. So now we're just going to enter into classes and sessions. So you're just going to go more in depth with the questions and the answers, and it'll be fun. So you just talked about blue light and how it can help, the everyday worker like us. How can it help different people, from gamers to athletes to, the 9-to-5 worker? How can these supplements help them individually?
Yes. So, the ingredients that are in there or in our products, they help all of these groups. So we talked a little bit already about the professional athletes. So there it's about, reaction time, glare recovery, being able to see better so you can react faster, reading your green better. So those types of things. So those are obvious, and that's where it helps. So let's talk more about, people like all of us that are spending time behind screens, whether it's here or you're on your phone or something else. And even when you're outside, you are constantly exposed to blue light, and that can have a whole wide array of issues around it. So what our products do with the key ingredients that we have, as I said, they help you build up your natural protection for your body to filter blue light. And you can measure that, as I said, with an MPOT, a macular pigment optical density test that your eye care professional can take. As you increase your levels, that means that you have a higher saturation rate. Now, what does that mean? Right? So as blue light is hitting your eye and it hits that filter, the better your filter is, the less blue light will actually get through and will hit the back of your eye, which your cones and rods that you have there that help you in terms of creating that image for you. And why is that important? Because blue light is a very strong wavelength, and can actually over time destroy your cones and rods. Yeah. So if you can help your filter be stronger, you will filter out more blue light. And so whether you're spending time behind screens or you're spending a lot of time outside, obviously you can wear, and you should wear, your sunglasses for UV rays. They don't capture typically the blue light rays wavelength that is out there. And that's where our products really help. And you can say, well, what about blue light glasses? Yeah. You can wear those, but they only work when you wear them, right? Whereas if you take supplementation, it works 24/7.
Love that. So you're building a defense for your eye.
That's exactly right.
That's amazing. So would you suggest that people get that MPOT test prior to not taking the supplements, but just for their knowledge?
You don't have to, but I think it's nice to have a baseline level of where you're starting. Yeah. The majority of the population, just by virtue of what we eat, and you are what you eat. Yeah. We don't get enough natural nutrition. So, think of like the leafy greens or dark colored vegetables that typically are full of antioxidants like zeaxanthin and lutein. So getting that test up front, is more of a confirmation for yourself that you know where you are. And then as you're taking the supplementation and you get retested, let's say 6 months later, and you have seen your score go up, then you know that you're helping yourself. Yeah. So you have but it's not a prerequisite. No, but it's giving you a baseline to go off of, and that's amazing. So that makes me wonder, what are the key things we can have in our diet to help with our eye health? So you said leafy greens. What else? Carrots? Is that a myth, or is it true? So I would say any vegetable or fruit is probably good for you, and it depends on your own personal diet, but I think carrots certainly would help. You mentioned peppers already, which are very good for you. Kale is very good. Like all the typically, we refer to it as kind of the dark leafy greens. Yeah. They're always very good for you. Now, you would have to eat a lot of it. And if you don't eat a lot of it, we would highly recommend that you take our, dietary supplementation as well to help your eyes. Right. So what about paprika? If we sprinkle it on our food, then cook it, is it giving that same active ingredient? Yeah, that's a really good question. Between eating the fresh vegetable or the flavor of paprika, I actually love the flavor of paprika. Yeah. So I'm sure it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. I think eating the fresh paprika pepper may be better. And if when in doubt, you can always just go for our supplements. Awesome. There you go. Nice. So what are the 3 worst habits that we can have for our eyes? Right. So I would say, overall, just screen time, like constantly being on screens. We have a great scientific advisory board that's made up of leading doctors around the country that advise us as well. And we have, we have one of our doctors that always talks about the fact that if you're doing something, make sure that you take the time to stare at something else, because typically when you look at screens, you don't blink as often. So, you which again, blinking is very important for your eyes, and keeping them moist and healthy. So to take a break and look away and focus on something else, and then allow your eyes to focus and come back again to the screen or whatever work you're doing. So I think that's really important in terms of, in terms of, blue light and screens. The other one I would say is when you're outside, wear sunglasses, right? It's cheap protection to help your eyes there too, in terms of blocking out the UV rays that are out there. And then the last thing is not taking supplementation. So, not taking products that contain those great ingredients that really help your eyes. So those would be my three things.
Wow, that's good. That's good. So have you seen, when we wear our sunglasses, do we have to make sure that there's a certain level of UV light protection, or is it just kind of up to you?
I think an optician would be your best person to talk to, and in terms of what the right sunglasses would be for you, and whether you want polarized or non-polarized or anything else. But you certainly want to get products that that guarantee that they will block out UVA and UVB rays, in there. Yes.
Great. So what's coming up for EyePromise? What's any new products coming down the line?
So we recently launched, or actually right before COVID hit, we actually launched a line of products called Screen Shield. So we have Screen Shield Pro, which is more for people like you and I that spend a lot of time behind screens and just want to have a product that is really good for your eyes, kind of contains your multivitamin for your eyes. And then we also launched one for kids. Many of our doctors were telling us that many of parents who would come in during eye exams with their children, they were concerned about how much time they were spending on the Xbox or screens or anything else, and what could they do. And so we have a chewable that we developed, Screen Shield Teen, again based on natural ingredients that are in there, low in sugar, and so that really has taken off, of course, during the pandemic and people working from home and more on screens. So we've seen that move up. From our end, what we're really focused on is we want to reach as many people as we can, because we know and we've seen in the studies the positive impact that our products can have on everyone out there. And so first of all, we want to make sure that people know about our category, and the nutraceutical space grew quite a bit during COVID. Obviously driven by immunity products, but it lifted all boats, and people are more, there's definitely been a change in terms of people taking a more proactive approach in terms of their own health. And that's where dietary supplement can play a huge role. And our products there can make a very big difference. So we're very focused on obviously continuing to grow through the doctor channel, but also leveraging the assets that we have, like the Red Sox, or as we work with many PGA players or NFL teams, NCAA programs, to make more people aware of our products, people that may not have seen their doctor and still want to do something about those tired eyes or itchy eyes or whatever else they may have.
Wow, that's amazing that you're going to, the childhood age where you can kind of be preventative, So we have less, children who suffer from eye problems. That's amazing. I'm excited about those new products. And so another thing would just be, is it ever going to be more products outside of eyes, or are you guys just focused on eyes?
Yeah, so we are very focused on the eye care space.
Yes.
The ingredients that we have are being tested outside of what our company does. So zeaxanthin is being looked at for cognition and for other areas where it's showing to have a lot of benefits. That's not really an area that we as a company focus on. We believe that we're extremely focused on being the best eye vitamin out there, and we'll continue to focus on that and get more people to take it. who knows? Never say never, but for the time being, we are very, very focused on the eyes.
I love it. I love it. So let everybody know how they can find your social media, your website, and buy your products.
Yeah, so perfect. So our website is EyePromise.com. So EYEPromise.com. You can find us on Instagram. You can find us on Facebook. So many areas where we're available. And and also talk to your doctors, your eye care professionals. Please make sure you at least get your eyes tested once a year, and ask them about EyePromise when you're there. Most of our sales, they go through the practitioner channel, and ask them about it. What would be the right product for you?
Doctor recommended, you guys. Thank you
That's
so
right.
much, Andreas. Have a wonderful week, and you're doing great work, so keep going.
Thank you very much. So nice talking to you. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
I did a good catch, didn't I? That's why this product is the official supplement of the Red Sox. But anyway, EyePromise has this product, and this is the Visual Edge Pro. You guys, this product is amazing. Like I said, these are daily supplements. If you see here, there's 30 daily packs, and this can improve your vision in the daylight. So it helps with glare, and especially when you're doing activities, you want to perform at your highest, and you don't want your eyes to actually cause you to make mistakes. So this actually helps your eyes focus. It helps with that gritty feeling of dry eye, and it just helps improve your eye sensitivity. So this product is amazing. It also helps with bone and joint health, which is very important because they have special additional vitamins in here, like vitamin D, omega-3, and that helps with your overall health. And also, it's trusted by professional athletes. So you guys, if you want to perform well and you want to see what you're doing so you can pick out the details of what's going on around you, I would suggest that you start to take this 30-day pack. You can order it on EyePromise.com. And thank you so much, CEO and President Andreas Wolf, for creating this product, because it's absolutely amazing.